My name is Sarah. Welcome to the It is a Sarah podcast. Today it is Monday, October 6, 2025, and in this episode I want to share my handwerk perikelen. That's a Dutch word for my creative adventures from this week with you. I'm coming to you from the Netherlands, so excuse my Dutchy English. I make my episodes in Dutch and in English, so be sure you pick the right one. That might be a little bit more challenging since YouTube is automatically changing the video titles into the language you have your settings in. I try to mark my Dutch video with a little Dutch flag and my English video with a little English flag, so you can see the difference. Also, there are automatically added subtitles, also subtitles and voiceovers. I can delete them, but I don't, because some people really love them. Be aware, you can turn everything off if you don't need it or don't like it. In the right corner down below, there's that little symbol for your settings, and you can go to the original language and also put the subtitles on or off. I think it's very nice that there are so many options, so everyone can follow their own preferences, but it's also a little bit confusing when things are new, so we need to get used to it. Okay, I have a lot to share, so let's dive in. Let's start with what I'm wearing. It's my Hobbiton vest today. I knitted it, I think, at the end of the winter, beginning this year. It's a pattern by Fabel Knitwear and I really love it. It's really an easy peasy vest all over must stitch, and I actually really love this kind of garments. I think I discovered my love for sleeveless vests this year. They are perfect for layering up, and layering up will be my theme of autumn and winter 25-26, because when I was a beginner knitter, the first years I was mainly focused on knitting sweaters and cardigans with the long sleeves. And I also knitted a vest every now and then, but not specifically because of the type of garment, more because I loved the look of the vest when I saw the pattern. But since the beginning of this year, I think I started with this one, with the Hobbiton, I noticed how good sleeveless vests matches in my wardrobe. Combining a sleeveless vest with a long sleeved cardigan really works for me, because I have all the options for all the different temperatures. I can get very cold, but I also can get overheated. Putting things on and off, it really works for me. So I think I will be mainly focused on the cardigans and the sleeveless vests. Of course, I can also combine sweaters with cardigans for when it's really cold. Yeah, I can also do that, but maybe I will make some thinner sweaters. I don't know, I didn't really think about that. But yeah, sleeveless vests are really fun to knit. Of course, you don't need to knit the sleeves, so they are a little bit quicker. Depends what yarn weight you choose, but they can be quite quick knits, quick fix also. It's a quick fix. This is, for example, a worsted weight yarn. The pattern is originally for DK weight, but I played with it, so this was really a quick knit. And yeah, that can also be fun. You can add something really quick to your wardrobe, especially when you don't have a lot of garments yet and you want to add some handmade items to your knitted wardrobe. Okay, I have another one. This is actually my third one on the needles. I made a second Hobbiton vest also this year, and I did wear that a lot in summer. It was merino yarn. This yarn is Ndlovu. It is way too itchy for me to wear in summer, so this is actually the first time, I guess. I am knitting another merino one now. This is hand-dyed yarn. It was gifted to me by a very special person. I will tell you more about that later. This time I choose to knit only stockinette, because then all the attention can go to the hand-dyed colored yarn. This one is also meant as a summer garment. I don't know if I want to wear this color in winter and autumn. I always wear black long sleeves under it. I don't know if I really love the pink and the black. Maybe, but it's mainly to wear with no sleeves with in summer as a tank top. Okay. I have a finished object, this beautiful pair of socks. I really love them. In April, I visited a Dutch knitting event, and in one of the booths I discovered a beautiful yarn. This is a little leftover. It is dyed by a Dutch dyer. Her name is Alexandra and her company is called Het Wolbeest. I really love so many yarns she dyes. I really love her color combinations. And this one was really special because in this skein she actually catched as well my sister's color preferences as mine color preferences. I love the browns and the dark greens, and my sister loves those colors too, but she also loves the petrol color, and this color is called chestnut and teals. So the moment I saw this skein, I knew this would be socks for my sister. And she is not a knitter, but she loves to wear knitted things. I knitted her a pair of socks many years ago with merino yarn, merino sock yarn, and they grow a lot. So they became very slouchy, too slouchy to wear in shoes, so she uses them as house socks. So when we were talking about her sock preferences, she asked me to knit a very slouchy leg and a tight foot. With that information, I casted on the first sock, and I casted on the same amount of stitches I always do for myself, 56. I'm a loose knitter, so I think my 56 stitch gauge is a little bit the same as the normal 60 stitch gauge. My sister's feet are a little bit bigger than mine, but I thought, okay, I don't want it to knit too loose. So I casted it on and started knitting the leg. I knitted these socks cuffed down because my sister has quite a high instep, so she also asked for a deeper heel. So I decided to make the heel flap and gusset because it gives a little bit more space at this point. So I cast it on top down. I really love to cast on my socks with the needles held double. I don't do a special cast on, just a long tail cast on, but because I cast on around 2 needles instead of 1, there is a little bit extra space, and it's still looking nice and neat, but also gives the perfect amount of stretch. So I started knitting 56 stitches, knit 2, purl 2 for the leg, and quite soon I noticed my guts in my belly. It is not right what you are doing, they will be too tight. But I thought, no, they won't be too tight, because when I knitted her socks before, I casted on 60 stitches, it was way too loose, so it will be okay. I ignored my guts. They were telling me all the sock long that it was not a good idea to keep knitting, but I ignored it and I kept knitting. I chose the foot to be stockinette because of my sister's preferences. She's very sensitive on her feet, so she asked me to do not any stitch pattern because she will feel it, especially when she wear those socks in shoes. I don't have that problem myself, but I must confess I think I always wear an extra layer between my feet and my socks because I always wear tights when it's sock temperature. No, in summer I wear them, but then I don't wear shoes. Then I wear my clogs and my slippers, so they are also not tight. And also I don't think I'm very sensitive at my feet. So it was actually quite fun because I would never choose to do the leg ripped and the foot plain, but I actually really love it. I love to see how the yarn knitted up in stockinette, and I also love the feeling of it. Yeah, normally I would always choose to knit the knit 2 purl 2 also on the upper foot because of the look, but I also love this look. So yeah, it was quite fun to be inspired by her. The first sock, I already knitted the toe. The only thing I needed to do was close the toe with the Kitchener stitch. And I put them on my, oh no, it was only one sock. I put the sock on my foot again. I did that several times. And suddenly I knew it is too tight. It will be too tight. It's not the good amount of slouch. It's not good. My guts were telling me that from the beginning, but I ignored them, knitted all the sock, and then I decided to follow my guts anyway. Oh, it was quite confronting. I did do that a lot in my life, ignoring my guts, and I think I'm getting better in it, but this was a practice moment, I guess. So I frogged the whole sock, and then I had this crinkly yarn with the stitch memory in it. I made a skein of it back and I soaked it in water, and I hang it outside with a clothing hanger to put some extra weight to straighten the yarn again, and it worked pretty good, so I was happy with that. Then I cast it on again, the first sock, with 64 stitches, 8 stitches more than my first try. I knitted knit 2 purl 2, all the leg, 100 rounds, and then I thought, okay, this is enough slouch for the socks. So yeah, I really love the look of this. Then I did my heel flap and gusset, and in the heel flap and gusset, when I was knitting the gusset, I decreased the stitches for the lower part of the foot to 28. There were originally 32 stitches on one needle, and I went down to 28. And for the upper foot, you normally do not decrease, but I did in the first 4 rounds, I did decrease 2. The same way as I did for the gusset. I did it the same way as for the gusset. Make 2 decreases in 1 round, then the next round knit all stitches straight, and repeat that again. So I increased 4 stitches, and also on the front foot I had 28, so 56 in total. My sister already fitted them before I blocked them, and the fit is perfect. They really are good on her feet. So she loves them, so I will make sure she will get them very soon, and she will be very happy. And I definitely will make such a pair for myself too. Normally I would knit the leg a little bit longer, but this actually has the perfect amount of slouch and the perfect fit around the foot. So yeah, I actually have no plans for a pair of socks for myself in the very near future. I own a lot of hand knitted socks. I don't need them, and I'm in the middle of my sock knitting project for the family. But I will make such a pair for myself one day. Yeah, really happy. Last Monday I showed you my finished green Lowrider cardigan. It is officially finished right now because I added buttons and buttonholes. It is also officially not mine anymore. It is my youngest daughter's cardigan right now. I was actually crocheting the green cardigan for myself, and I also loved the fit and the look of it. So it was not that I didn't want to have it myself, but the moment my youngest saw this cardigan and tried it on for the first time, she was absolutely in love with it. It was love at first sight, and it looked so good at her. I don't know if sharing a cardigan really works, and in the beginning I thought, okay, it's mine and you can borrow it whenever you want to. But then I realized, okay, I think it's for her because it's looking so good on her, and yeah, put it in your closet. It also helped I casted on a second one myself last Monday evening, a Scrappy one, and I really love this one. I put all scraps together and started crocheting. I really love how the colors blend. I couldn't stop crocheting. I think 1.5 days it was full focus on this cardigan. It's so exciting to see a garment growing, especially when you don't know how the colors will work out. And yeah, that's really the love of Scrappy projects. I picked up a knitting project I casted on in February this year, I guess. It is a lovely pattern. I can't really remember the name of the pattern and the name of the designer, and that's especially because I struggled with pronouncing it correct. So I will insert a picture. I love this design. I saw it on Ravelry and I immediately knew that I wanted to knit this sweater. Not especially for myself, but I just loved the stitch pattern. It's very easy. Yeah, knit some purls, that's all. It's a dropped shoulder construction, so you start at the back and then you knit the back part, you pick up stitches. There is something happened, I don't know if you can see it, in my project bag. I think there was a needle in this little purl bump, so we need to stretch that back. I am knitting with a yarn which is gifted to me by Long Yarns. It is lamb's wool in a brown grayish color. It feels really soft. Also my knitting feels really soft. It also feels as if it's one wash and it will be gone, and I'm not sure if that will be. This yarn was in my stash and I really wanted to knit something with it. It knits perfectly and it feels perfectly right now. So maybe it is. I will let you know when I wear this sweater, because although it was not really my intention to knit myself a sweater, or knit myself this sweater, because of the color and also because of the shape, the fit, I really love it. I picked a size, I think size 4, but I picked the biggest size I could knit with 10 of these yarn balls. My kids, they love more oversized sweaters, so I think this fit will be a little bit too narrow for them. But when I was fitting it myself, I was actually a little bit surprised. I finished one sleeve and I am knitting the second one. I do that because I wanted to be sure the sleeves are long enough, and then I can knit for the body as long as I have yarn or as long as needed. I always wear skirts and dresses, and I don't want the sweater to be too long, but I do want the sleeves to have the right length. So let me put it on, then I can show you. Okay, I'm in it. Still a lot of needles and yarn ends everywhere, but I think I can show you what I mean. It is very short. As I said, I want to finish the sleeves first, so I am sure I have enough yarn for the sleeves, and then I can knit the body to the right length, because when it will be for me, it might be a little bit more cropped. The thing I was surprised of was the fit. As you can see, it is not really an oversized fit, a little bit. It's more oversized than I normally would choose, but it is not as oversized as my kids like to wear for those kind of sweaters when you wear it on a jeans. When I fitted this sweater to check the sleeve length and how the sleeve was growing, I really was surprised by the fit. When you watch my episodes for a longer time, you might know that I am struggling with the round yoke, fitting my bold shoulders into round yokes. I love the look of round yokes. I love knitting round yokes. I don't love wearing round yokes. There's always something happening here. I get annoyed by this high neckline, and also when I do this, it always stays up. And I noticed that I wasn't bothered by this high neckline. When I was sure this sweater would be for myself, I would lower the neckline while knitting. It's quite easy to adjust that when you are knitting dropped shoulder construction, but I didn't, because I thought this would be a sweater for someone else. But when I was fitting this sweater, I thought the high neckline is fine this way. It's actually quite nice feeling around my neck. It's warm and it's soft, so I'm not annoyed at all. And when I do this, nothing's happening right here. I had that feeling before. Last year I knitted a green sweater for my youngest girl, also a dropped shoulder pattern. It was from Kutova Kika. When I did fit that sweater, I had the same feeling. Oh, now the high neckline is feeling nice. So it is a little bit confusing for me. Yeah. We shall see how it will go, if this really will be my sweater. I don't know if this is my style. It feels really soft. The yarn feels really soft and really light. I am very curious how the yarn will behave while blocking, while wearing, if it will grow, if it will peel, how it holds. It is really feeling nice at this moment. So I will finish this sweater and then we will see what the meaning of the sweater will be. Why this sweater wanted to be knit. For me it was a process knit from the beginning, from the cast on. I really wanted to knit this sweater as a stash buster and for the process of knit and purl stitches. Pretty easy, just having it on your needles, and it's the perfect evening knitting when we are watching something on television or a lot of people are around me. It's not hard to do, and I love working on it at those moments. So I'm really enjoying it. I'm not in a hurry, although I must confess there's a lot happening on my needles. There's even more happening in my head on my wish list, but I feel the finishing need. So I feel the need to finish some stuff before I will cast on new stuff. So I think, yeah, maybe it's better to finish this first. Yeah. This weekend I picked up quite some yarn at my local yarn shop. I ordered it a few weeks ago. It is all pear gynt, Sandnes pear gynt. I love Sandnes pear gynt. I only knitted one garment with it, a cardigan for my husband a few years ago. I don't own a Sandnes pear gynt garment myself, but I really love working with this yarn. It is not as rustic as the Lopi yarns I also love, but it feels nice. It feels a little bit rustic. It smells very sheepy actually. I just love it. I am in a very special position because I have 3 kids and they all want me to knit a sweater for them. I even have a waiting list. So yeah, I don't know what happened, but it's making me very, very happy. The first one will be for my son. So I have a big plastic bag filled with yarn. It's all the same color. He really wants a very classic, plain, all over cabled sweater. And we went to the yarn store a few weeks ago to pick a color, and he was doubting between a few colors, but finally he chose this color. I don't know if the color has a name, but it has a number, 3021. It is a little bit of an oatmeal, yeah, brown. It's not really grey, it's really a neutral, and I think the cables will really be visible in this yarn, and I love the color. I think it will look good at him. So yeah, lovely color. I can't wait to start the pattern, to start knitting the pattern. I have to buy the pattern. I don't remember the name of the pattern, and the designer. It was quite a challenge to find a cabled sweater. And although I tried to convince him to pick the Moby sweater because I really want to knit the Moby sweater from Petite Knit Ones, he picked another pattern. I don't know the designer. I don't even remember the pattern name, but I will insert a picture. And I really love that too. It is a little bit more plain. It's a little bit more boring, but it also means I can knit very much on it because it will be very repetitive. And of course my son has quite a big size, so it will be a big sweater, and I hope I can cast it on this week, so it will be finished when it's still winter. And I will put a lot of extra love in this sweater. I also bought the dark brown color for myself. It's a very, oh, the label is off. It's a very, very dark brown. I love this shade of dark brown. It is color number 3091. Oh, this is a cacao nips. There is a name under it, cacao nips. There's not with this one. Yeah, I love chocolate too, so I think this is the perfect color. I bought a pattern yesterday. It is so lovely. It is from a Dutch designer. Her name is Famke, and her company is called Mipi the Label. I guess, I hope I'm saying it correct. And I think it's the Maple Meadow cardigan. The moment I saw that cardigan, I really loved it. I love the lace, there are some cables, some must-stitch. And she yesterday added a vest version to the pattern. And I think I will go for the vest version. I love the cardigan too, but because my layer wishes for this season, I think, and also a lot of wishes for this season, I think a vest will be perfect. I have no plans to cast it on very soon because of the kids, their wishes, and all the other knits. But maybe when I need a selfish knit, I will go for a chocolate color, beautiful Maple Meadow cardigan. I really am looking forward to that. Maybe I can do it as a birthday cast on. My birthday is in November. That would be fun, and then I can finish it before Christmas. That's a good idea. I also bought some new wool wash, and there was something that really made me happy actually. I didn't think of the fact that I needed new wool wash when I was in the shop, but when I was paying for all the yarn, Geraldine, the shop owner, gave me this little tiny cute bottle as a little gift. Yarn shop owners quite often, when you buy a lot of yarn, like to give you a little gift, so that was very lovely. And it reminded me of my need for a big bottle too. The Eucalan is what I always use. They have different smells. This is the jasmine smell. I love the smell, but it's also very, very strong, very intense. You also have the eucalyptus and the lavender. They are much softer, but I love this one. Then I realized when I buy an unscented one, I can mix. So I still have the lovely jasmine smell, but less stronger than the original one. So I will mix and match and will be very happy with a soft touch of jasmine in my nose and in my woolly garments. I have these two little tiny mini skeins ready to be caked up. These are both from my advent calendar, one of my advent calendars from 2024. I am knitting a blanket with it. It's also by the Dutch dyer Het Wol based. I really love them. I am knitting the Bits and Bobs blanket and it's really a slow growing project. But I wanted to show my progress. For now, I knitted day 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 in it. As you can see, there are quite some light colors, yellow, oranges, a little bit of brown. It will change because I have all those colors. It will get very dark and also quite purple. So I'm really curious how the blanket will turn out. I'm holding it together with one strand of, yeah, I think I pronounce it wrong. I always say dundaga, but I read in the comments someone told me I think I should say dundaga. I'm not quite sure, but it's a very rustic undyed yarn, and holding it together makes this a really warm blanket, which I think will bloom out quite much when I will block it, but we are very far from blocking. I don't know when this will be finished, but it's in my basket standing next to the couch, and it's the perfect every now and then knitting project. When you just have a minute, just pick it up and knit a few stitches and it's okay. It's always there. The only thing is you need your mini skeins to be caked up. I don't cake them up all in once because I'm a little bit afraid I will lose the order they come in. Normally I do them at once, but now I will do day 6, attach them to my knitting, and then I also will prepare day 7 so I can knit and knit and knit. Yeah, really enjoying this project. I ordered one advent calendar for this year, a really special one to me actually. I do not have any plans for it yet. I'm still working with my advent calendars from 2024. I have my crochet blanket, which I'm still working on, and this one, and my 2025 advent calendar. I think it will wait. I have no plans for making it, but I'm really looking forward to the yarn, and especially because it's special to me. But I will tell you all about that in December. Last but not least, I want to finish this episode with a very special project in a very special project bag, which was gifted to me by a lovely Dutch knitter who sadly passed away this summer. We did know each other a little bit. We did met a few times during knitting events, and the last couple of months we had some very beautiful conversations. She was the owner, her name was Puck. It was a young lady, a young woman. She was the owner of a very big, impressive yarn stash, and because her death was not unexpected, she decided what she wanted to do with her yarn stash, and a part of it she shared with other knitters, and she also shared quite a lot with me. For example, this beautiful project bag, it's very special that it belonged to her and it's now with me. She also gave me some yarns, for example, the yarns I'm making this Hobbiton vest in. I feel very honored she wanted to share some of her stash with me, and I will cherish it. She was the owner of an assistance dog, which name is Dapper. That's the Dutch word for brave. And because of her brave dog, she felt brave enough, for example, to visit knitting events, and she met a lot of lovely people. It meant a lot for her. Her dog meant so much for her. One of her biggest wishes was to collect money for the company which trained her dog together with herself. The company is Dutch and it's called Bultersmekke. And now there are 2 Dutch knitters with some very lovely initiatives, do you say it like that, to help collecting money for that company. So of course I wanted to support her wish too. The first one is a Dutch knitter who's also a dyer. Her name is Linda and her company is called Wolhobby. She dyed 2 beautiful colorways, which she named after Puck, the young lady, and her dog Dapper. And Puck's favorite color was pink, a very bright pink, and Dapper is a brown dog. So of course I wanted to support this lovely idea, and I bought the yarn and I wanted to combine them together because they belong together. The story belongs together, and although this is quite bright pink for me, I think she will giggle wherever she is when she knows that I'm knitting with this color. I'm knitting a pair of socks, which is the second lovely idea of another Dutch knitter. Her name is Leontine, and she's also known as the Navy knitter. And she designed a sock pattern, which is called Puck's Perfect Socks. And she designed it together with Puck, with her personal preferences. Puck loved to knit socks for the people around her, so Leontine catched it into a pattern. So I decided to combine the yarn and the pattern. There's quite much happening, as you can see. Color-wise, in the separate colors it's happening a little bit, and also there is a little bit of structure. Quite much for my preferences, but yeah, it all belongs together, this whole story. So yeah, I love them. The sock pattern is in English, and it's knitted toe up, and for me there were some new constructions, starting with the toe. It is a round toe. And my first thought was, I don't like round toes. I will replace it for my own well-known toe, as I always do. And then I realized, did I ever knit a round toe? So I was a little bit shocked by my own head. We don't know it, so we don't like it. So I decided, okay, I will knit the round toe. Knitting it did take a little bit more attention than knitting a toe normally does for me, but I love the shape. And when it's on my foot, I also actually love how it fits, so I'm very curious how it will fit when the whole sock will be finished. Also the heel will be different. It is a heel flap and gusset-like heel, but then knitted toe up. So I did knit the Vliegel heel once. I don't know if this has the same construction. I'm not there yet, but I'm very curious how it will be. So if you have a higher instep, you need a deeper instep in your sock, but you want to knit socks toe up, this could be a nice pattern for you. So I will follow the pattern, and when the heel is finished, I will add some stitches, I guess, so I can get more stitches for the leg, the same as I did with those socks. So I have this slouchy socks around my ankles. So I am knitting those socks with the memory of a lovely person. I really feel honored I can keep it in her project bag. So yeah, that's what I will do. Okay, this was it for today. Next week there will be no episodes because we have an autumn break. Maybe I will see you this Friday when you are a HeartJumping Friday member. And otherwise I will see you Monday, October 20. Oh, time's really flying. Then it's almost November. Oh, I need to knit. I need to knit all the things before it's spring. Okay, thank you for watching. Thank you for being here, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.